Good morning. Good morning. Please, someone should help me with the material, please. Alama's phone is not available. Someone. Nobody. Right, thank you. No problem. Fast. Okay, so you're welcome to today's lecture. We're still on the course BDT 152, Basic Dispensing Theory. And we are still on the topic. Please, we are live, please. And we are still on the topic. Come. This is all right. So yesterday we introduced the topic powders and granules, and we started with what? Powders. So when we are done with powders, we move over to what? Granules. So yesterday we defined powders, and we are still discussing the classification and types of what? Powders. And that yesterday we said that powders are classified. We have based on their what use, right? Yes. We have internal, those are good. And now we also have the classification that is based on the what? The size, right? Yeah. Can you remember? Based on the what? Size. The size. Okay. Everything is not here. The one that, give me that one first. The one that's, okay. Good, thank you. Okay, so, based on the what? The size, right? Based on that, we have what and what? No. Say what? Good. We have, based on the what? The particle size, right? Particle size analysis, right? We have the what? Good. We have the very coarse. We have the coarse. We have moderate. Fine and what? Very fine. Based on the what? Particle size analysis, right? Good. Now, the very coarse powders, or the particles. So this classification is also based on, you know that the sieve, in our last class, in the first semester, we discussed the various the particle sizes, right? We talked about using in sifting, right? Particle size what? Separation, right? Yeah. When we discuss size what? Separation. I told you that we have different sieves of different sizes, right?
Yes.
Good. Now this classification now for the very coarse powder, those ones, all the particles pass through sieve number 8. Remember I told you that the sieves have different numbers, right?
Yes.
Good. Sieve number 8. All of them pass through sieve number 8, but less than 20%, or not more than 20%, less than 20% or equal to what? 20% pass through sieve number what? 20. They are what? Very coarse powder. Very coarse. Have you seen different textures of sand? We have one that are what? Coarse, right?
Yeah.
Do you have one that are fine, right?
Yes.
And they serve different purposes, right?
Yes.
Right. So the same way, powder, even though sand is not powder, but I just use it as an example, okay? Now, so we have the one we call just coarse. Coarse, the coarse, all the particles pass through sieve number 20, but not more than 40% pass through sieve number 60. That's for what? Coarse powders. Then we have the moderates. The moderate powders, all the particles pass through sieve number what?
20.
Sieve number what?
40.
Sieve number what?
40.
Where did you get 20 from? Alright. But not more than 40% of them pass through what? Number 60, right?
Yeah.
Good. Then the next one is the fine powder. The fine powders, all the particles, they can pass through sieve number what? 60. But not more than 40% can pass through sieve number what? 80. Good. Then very fine. Very fine. In fact, the very fine. When I say fine, I'm not talking about beauty. It's about the what?
Extra.
Those ones are more like what? Dust safe. True of us. They can easily be what? Good. So we have, for that one, all the particles pass through any sieve available. They can do what? Pass through. So there's no limits. No limits as to greater fineness. So that one is just there. It's more like dust. Who has seen sawdust before? Sawdust. How does sawdust look? Just boom, they just two of us disperse, right? Good. So it's a fine. So now this is the classification based on the what? The particle size what? Analysis. As against based on the use, right?
Yes.
You mentioned the bulk powder.
The simple, the compound.
Good. Yeah. Internally used, externally used, right?
Yeah.
Divided and undivided. Good. Now, so we are done with this. We take a look at the preparation. This is where the main work lies. And I want you to listen carefully here. Listen carefully here, because we are going to do calculations here. So listen, look at this. You know the calculation. And you want to be a pharmacist. Okay, now better go and prepare yourself for calculations. You can never run away from it, okay?
Okay, sir.
And so now we'll take a look at powder preparation. How do we prepare powder? Remember when we did reference books, right?
Yes.
We talked about the official books. Even when we introduced dispensing, we talked about what? The scopes, right? What and what? So under that, there's one we have official work. Now those ones you have the formula for a particular formulation is already there in these official books, okay? Like the BPC, BPS, case may be. Now, all you need to do is to get the official book, look at the formula there. But the quantity there may just be a master, we call it master formula. From there, you can either enlarge the formula to suit to the quantity you want to do what? Produce. Or if the quantity you want to produce is less than the quantity in the official book, you do what? You reduce the what? Formula, okay? We'll still do this in detail. It's a topic in pharmaceutical calculation, reduction and enlargement of formula. That will be in your second year. But I just mentioned it because you need to understand the basis so that when you get there, you don't have issues. So the idea is that in the formulas in these official books, they are the master formula. They are there. Am I completing? Yes. Now, if you now want to formulate a particular, maybe that same product, you want to formulate it maybe for extemporaneous dispensing, maybe just for 3 patients or for a patient. You find out that you have to reduce the formula so that proportionally, that one you want to give to the patient will say contain the amount of the respective ingredient in proportion that will still deliver the required amount of the active ingredient to the patient. But let's say for industrial preparation, even those in the industries that produce in thousands of tablets, thousands of bottles, they still use the same formula. But what they do is that they do what? They will enlarge it. True of us. Yes. If the formula is for only one person, or for maybe one person or for 10 persons, they have to enlarge it to get a formula that will be for 1 million, maybe a batch, maybe up to 1,000 or even 2,000 bottles. They will now enlarge it to be able to produce that amount that will still deliver the same amount of active ingredient. Does it make sense? Yes. Now, and for you to do that, that's why you need to understand what you are formulating, the type of powder you are doing formulating or compounding. Here we say compounding, extemporaneous we say compounding. The formula of the powder you want to compound. Now, if you not see the formula, you see the ingredient. Maybe an official preparation. You now see the ingredient, the amount of ingredient in the official book. You now do your calculation to be able to get the amount you need for the patient you are preparing it for. True of us. Sure. Now, this is why the first thing you see after looking at the formula, the first thing you should look at is here. Yes, you be sure that you have the ingredient first of all before you start. Now, true of us, yeah. You cannot jump and start preparing without ensuring that you have the ingredients you need, both the active ingredient and excipient. You must make sure. Who enters kitchen and start cooking without? Maybe you want to cook. You don't know. You didn't check whether you have money. You didn't check whether you have salt. Start cooking. When you now want to put salt, you now realize that you don't have salt. Are you serious? Or you want to prepare goosey soup? There's no hogo. Are you serious at all? You can't just walk up and start cooking. True or false? You make sure you have the ingredients. So the first one that means that all the ingredients in the formula. You see the formula, you ensure you have the ingredients in the formula. Good. Then, and they are in good shape. You don't check who want to cook without even checking whether the meat has spoiled or the meat is still good. You check all this, true of us. Yes. Good. And the ingredients are in what? Good shape. Then, if these things are in order, the next thing is to do is to do your calculation. Do your calculation. That's why you see powder calculation there. You do your calculation. You do your calculation. Having confirmed that everything is in order, you have the ingredient and they are in good shape, blah 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 blah. You do your calculation. And now another calculation is that you look at the formula and know whether you need to enlarge or reduce it to get to get to the amount you need for the patient. Then, after the calculation, you now do what? You get. Look at them again. Sometimes the powders may be in lumps. True of us. Yes. You carry out what you call take enough quantity and carry out what we call what? Size what? Size what? Size reduction, right? Then after your size reduction, you do what again? After your size reduction, you what next thing? Size separation, right? Remember, this is combination, right? Combination, right?
Yes.
You do your size what? Size what? Separation. Let me come here. You do your what? Size separation. You do your what? Calculation. You do your what? Calculations. Side reduction or what? Combination, right?
Yes, sir.
Combination. The next one is what? Size or what? God bless you. Size separation. Or what? Then after the size separation, what next? You weigh. Three of us. Do you weigh before you start doing the?
No, wait.
It's after when you are sure that you have put them in which that the size are good. You will now do what? We discussed weighing in here, so we are not going deep into that. Okay? Have you seen why we did fundamental operations in compounding? That's why we did this thing. So I kind of see, as I mentioned, that you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
So you build on the foundation already what? Laid. That's why you should take it serious from the beginning, because if you miss it, you keep having issues of it. You will see battling with what is even side reduction while we are gone far. Now, so after that you do what? How do you now know what you are even weighing without calculation? It's because you have done the calculation, right? That's why you now know the amount of each ingredient to do what? Weigh. True of us? Good. Then after weighing, what next? God bless you. You mix. Mixing. Weighing. Mixing. Remember what we said about mixing? What method do we use? Huh? You forgotten? Doubling up or what? Geometric what? They've forgotten. Doubling up or what? Geometric or progression? Huh? What? Say it again. Huh? Geometric what? Is it division or division? Which one? Division. In your exam, I wrote arithmetic. Some people go and tick. Some went and tick arithmetic division. Hey, be serious. Some people went and tick arithmetic division because they saw geometry and they became confused. And they went and tick arithmetic. So it's what? Doubling or now. Don't worry, we'll discuss it again, okay? Even though I explained it in your face, don't worry. I'll just take it. Now, after that, you now do what? Package. God bless you. You package. Next is what? Because if the patient is there waiting for you, you do what? Level, God bless you. Level. And do what? Dispense, right? The patient. If maybe you want to keep it, even though most of this extemporaneously prepared is should not, especially a powder, should not stay more than 4 weeks. Okay? This 2 to 4 weeks is okay. But that's how you still want to keep it. You store it in the right what? You store in the right what? Under the right what? Condition. This is process involved in what? Powder what? Preparation. If you can see, we discuss this. Almost all the youth operation are here. The one that is not here is what? Who can tell me the for the matter of operation that is not here? Who? Look at what again. Look at me. Filtration. God bless you. Is not here. What else? Think back now. What do you think? How many? What else? No, yeah. Very important. Dissolution. God bless you. Clap for her. Dissolution. Do you know why dissolution is not here?
No. Because it's not.
God bless you. This is solid preparation. This is a solid dosage form. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, solid dosage form. So let's continue. Now let me now go into this. I'm going to make it, even though this is not a practical class, but I'm going to make it at least more practical. Am I complicated? Even though it's not a practical, you still do it in practical. But I don't want to use abstracts. I want to use a named word. Please silence your phone, please. Silence your phone. Okay, so sorry, our reference book for today is Pharmacy Practice. Pharmacy Practice by Jenny Watson and Louise Cogan, 6th edition. So most of the things we are going to discuss now, I'm taking from there. Pharmacy Practice by Jenny Watson and Louise Cogan, 6th edition. So now let's continue. So I want to go into calculate, but I want to get an official preparation that will help us to really appreciate this. This is not here also. I can see only one.
So I think the second one is
Yes. Come and show me fast. All right, so now, before you start the calculation, remember I said, we are now going into the real business.
Yeah.
So I want to no distraction. Please listen carefully. If you miss it here, I don't know. Now, remember I said that you should look at the formula in the official book, right? And know whether you are going to reduce the formula or you are going to do what? Increase the word formula. Now, another thing you also check is this. You check the amount of the active ingredients in the formula. When we discuss class B, we discuss class B weighing balance. I said that the minimum weight that will not give you error above 5% or so. Minimum weight that will give you what you're looking for should be around how many milligram? What did I say about how many milligram? The least weighable weight is what? How many milligram? No? For class B is what? Una fundia. It's not true. 100 milligram, God bless you. 100 milligram. So, you need to do one or two calculations. Now, first of all, sometimes you may see active ingredients that is far below 100 milligram. How will you weigh it using class B? If what you have in your compounding room is class B, what are you going to do? Am I communicating? So, you can weigh it using aliquot method. We'll still discuss aliquot method in your second year. Don't worry. But I just mentioned it. But what we are going to do now is aliquot method, but I'll discuss such a topic in your what? FAMCA. So what you actually do is that you dilute. That's where you now carry out dilution. Dilution. That dilution is not only when you add liquid to, when you add solid and liquid. You can dilute, you can use another solid to dilute another what? Sorry, true or false? So you bulk it, you use diluents like lactose, so as to get it up to the weight that you can weigh. After you now know how you now do your calculation properly, we are going to do all these things here. Let me see. Now, also good. Another thing you also put into consideration. And another thing you also put into consideration is this. ask yourself this question. The preparation of powder. What type of powder did you want to prepare? Very important. Thank you. What powder do you want to prepare? What type of powder do you want to prepare? So I'm going to categorize the powders. We are going to show examples of how to prepare in two categories. The undivided powder or the bulk powder and the what? Divided what? Powder. Am I completing?
Yes.
Divided powder and the what? Undivided powder. I'll call them the bulk powder. So now we'll start with the divided powder. Whether it is simple or compact is inconsequential. The point is that it's what? Divided. And most of them are used what? Internally. I've never seen divided powder that I've never seen that they use externally. Those I've seen, they are used what? Internally. Now, that's why sometimes if you mention powder for internal use, they are likened to what? Divided what? Powders. Now, so we are going to look at powder for divided powder, how to prepare divided powder. You see, it's the same method, but what differs is that if you are preparing divided powder, you also be careful about, because for a divided powder, the maximum the minimum weight you can wrap. They use a type of paper they call demi paper. They use it for divided what? Powder. The minimum you can wrap there is 120 milligram. Did I mention it last semester? Good. Know it now. The minimum you can wrap in the paper is what? 120 milligram. Why the minimum you weigh for a class B is what? 100. Class B weighing balance is what? 100. Never and a silly. Please note this point, okay? Note this point. All right, so what's going on here? Okay. So I made 2 points now, right? That for a class B, you use what? The minimum weight is least weight is 100 milligrams. Then for divided powders, is what? 120. The minimum you can wrap, right? Is what?
120 milligrams.
Now. Is it the minimum?
Yeah.
Is that what?
It's minimum weight of individually wrapped powder.
Okay, good. You are there. So, these are what we inform the type of calculation you are going to do. Remember, I'm trying to explain the type of what will lead to your calculation, okay? You don't just come out and start calculating. They are what you want to calculate, right? Good. Now, let us now, we have spoken at length. Let's now go straight to the point. Let's use a given example from this textbook. I want to use, there's a question I want to write. It will come like a question. It's like a question. The question says, prepare 4 powders, each containing, prepare 4 powders, each containing 3 micrograms of hyoscine hydrobromide. HBr, that's the formula. Prepare 4 powders, each containing 300 micrograms of hyoscine hydrobromide. You see that they said, because of said 4 powders. I don't see why I told you in your first semester that divided powder is unit what? Because you can now count it, 2 of us.
Yeah.
Because that wrapping has made the unit what? 3 of us.
Yeah.
Good. Now, you're going to say we should prepare 4 powders. Each of them contains 300. The active ingredient in the powder is what? Iocine, hydrobromide. That's the active ingredient. But we are going to prepare 300 micrograms. 1,000 milligram. Sorry, 1,000 microgram makes 1 milligram. 1,000 microgram makes what?
1 milligram.
1 milligram. But we are told.
Is it 1 microgram?
Yes. 1,000 microgram makes what? 1 milligram. But we are told that the minimum weight where we using class B is what?
100.
She said 120. His point. The confusion has said the name. Don't do this example, please. You don't say example. You are quick that's coming on Friday. Don't do this in there. So 300 watts. Just listen carefully. 1,000 microgram makes 1 milligram. But we are told that each powder will contain 300 micrograms. And the least weighable weight you can weigh there without errors, without error unacceptable, is what? 100 milligram. 100 milligram. So how many microgram will it be? 100 times 1,000 is what? 300,000 microgram. But we are told to weigh 300. How? How do you now weigh it using this class B weighing balance? How do you now weigh it? It's far, far lower. It's almost 300. Call it 30,000 times less than 2 of us. So what are you going to do? Even if it's okay, after all, we are told to produce 4 powders. Let me do 4 times 300 microgram. It's still 1,200 microgram. It's still very, very low. 2 of us. How do you now weigh it? So this is where the calculation now comes. This is where the calculation now comes. Now the first thing you should also note is that this. If you want to, let's assume you want to prepare 4 powders, and you measured accurately the ingredients that will be enough for 4 powders alone. By the time you are done, you may end up preparing what? Only 1 powder or 2 powders. Do you know why? I want someone that thinks. If you measure accurately the amount of the powder ingredients you need to prepare 4 powders, because you are told to prepare 4 powders, and you keep mixing, doing everything you are doing, at the end, do you think you prepare exactly 4 powder? Do you think? I want someone that thinks out of the box here. You actually weighed the exact amount, exact quantity you need for 4 powders, all the ingredients, and you start mixing, start preparing. Do you think at the end?
When mixing, you mix. You don't mix 5 and double.
Huh?
You mix for 5.
For what? Someone said you should go for 5. Why? Six. Why do you mix for 6? Who can tell me the reason? It's very simple, just to think. Who can tell me the reason? Nobody. You see what? God bless you. That's what it is. You will lose some powders. We call it transference losses. Even as you, after weighing, even as you are transferring it to where to mortar and pestle, you will lose some. True of us. Some of them are very fine. True of us. Even after trituration in the mortar, trying to transfer it to, you may lose some. True of us. So that's why we call it what? Overage. You put what? Overage. Okay? We call it what? Overage. That extra, maybe like now, since you are preparing for 4 powders, you may prepare for 5. Okay? You may get ingredients for 5 powders. Am I communicating? Let's assume now you are working maybe in a manufacturing outlet and somebody paid in money. Paid in money, maybe a distributor paid in money for maybe 20,000 bottles or 10,000 bottles of a particular drug or tablet of a particular drug, and you now weigh exactly the amount of ingredient that will give you that 10,000 tablet. When you are done, you will not be able to produce that 10,000 tablet. You may just produce about maybe 9,000 something. Am I completing? So for you to do that, you give what? Overage. So now that here is 4, you can say, okay, let me give 1. Let me add 1 extra. So that after the whole thing, after preparation, you package 4 powders alone. That remaining one, the one that remaining will not be up to 1 again. Don't worry, by the time you enter the dispensing laboratory, you appreciate this better. Am I communicating? So that's why you make 4. You can prepare 4. You can set the formula for what? 5 powders. Now, I've said everything you need here. So that let's now go into. Okay, here this is off. Open it again. There's no place to even put password. Okay, now, so let's look at this. Okay, for 4 powders. Now let's go to the. Can I print this?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Right, so now, are we together? Yes. Now, listen carefully. I made the first point that this is far, far less than the weighable weight, right? And then you need to dilute it. In fact, this thing needs up to 1 in 10 dilution twice. This is a second semester, right?
Yeah.
You still do chemistry, dilutions in your chemistry. I think so. You do it in your chemistry, either in your chemistry practical, or you will appreciate this better. Now, but let me just explain. Now, this powder now, this thing now, you cannot weigh accurately this 300 microgram. So what you do is this. You can say, okay, you can weigh the minimum weight you can weigh using the what class B balance provided for you. Now what you do is this. You weigh 100 milligrams of this. You weigh 100 milligrams of this hyoscine what? Hyoscine hydrobromide. You weigh like 100 milligrams because it's 100 milligrams you can weigh using what? Class B. Agreed? So now, the first thing that you do, the first dilution you will do, the first what? Dilution. You will do is that you weigh 100 milligrams of this hyoscine. But that's what you can weigh using class B, right? Now, hyoscine, bromide, weigh what? 100 milligrams. But 100 milligrams is not the amount you need. Hope you know. Yes. You need to dilute this 100 milligrams. You dilute it first, dilute it again to be able to get the amount you need. Now, the diluents you need here, mainly the diluent you normally use mainly is lactose. Lactose is the diluent you normally use, okay? Diluent is lactose, except in some patients maybe that have lactose intolerance. Who knows about lactose intolerance here, right? Has there any of you taken milk and okay. What amount of lactose do I add here to make this thing, the entire powder mixture to be 100 milligram? 100 milligram? 900 milligram, right? True or false? Yeah. Now, what it implies is that this is the mixture now, the mix, right? And this is individual, the respective ingredient. This is the active ingredient, and this is the what? Diluent, right? Now, that means inside this 1000 milligram, we have 1 milligram of what?
Hyoscine, hydrochloride.
And 9 milligram of what? What if you just take only 100 milligram from this 100 milligram? Let's take 100 milligram from this 100 milligram. Let's take 100 milligram. If you mix properly, remember I told you that mixing is a very important step in comparison. Remember, if you make mistake in mixing, sorry, you will not get what you are looking for. Maybe your product, someone will take 1 spoon. 1 spoon will not contain active ingredients because you did not do what? Mix well. So if you mix properly, I will describe the best way to mix. When we to mixing. If you mix properly, if you take 100 milligram from this 100 milligram, that 100 milligram will contain how many milligram of hyoscine?
10.
Is it 10? Divide this by this.
10.
Is it 10?
Yes.
So check well. If you divide this by this,
It's 10.
is it 10?
Yes.
If you take 100 milligram, so what will be here? It's not 10. Check well.
It's 10.
If you take 100 milligram from this 1000, how many? What amount of hyoscine will it contain?
10.
It's not 10. It's not 0.1. Check well. Divide 2 by 100.
50.
Divide through by 100. Is it? Check well. It's not 10. Check well.
So you are confused.
How is it 10? Tell me how you got 10.
10 times 100 is not 1000.
Okay, if wait, coming down. If you divide 100 by what?
1000 by 100. 10. No, it is.
Okay, let's have a question.
9.
Wait, come down. You have 100 milligram here, right?
Yes.
And you add 900 milligram mixed well, and you have 1000.
Yes.
From here, if you take 1000, that whole 1000 contain 100 milligram, right?
Yes.
And what?
900.
Then 100 milligram will contain what? 100 milligram will contain what? Huh? They are confused. What will contain? Okay. Lactose will be how many? 100 milligram will. Is there no problem? Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? If 100 milligram contains 1 of hyoscine and 900 milligram, if you take 100 from here, if you just weigh 100, 10 will go. True or false? 10 will do what? Go. 10 will do what? Go. So we have 10 milligram of hyoscine and what? 90. Is it clear now? Yes. Is it clear now? So far you mixed well. That 100 milligram you took from it will contain 10 milligram of what? Hyoscine, hydrobromide, and 90 milligram of what? Lactose. You have This is what is called dilution. You have diluted it to what? 10 milligram and this thing. Am I communicating?
Yes.
Now, you look at what you are looking for here. You are looking for
300 micrograms.
for one what? For one powder. Hope you know.
Yes.
And if you convert 300 milligram to 300 microgram to milligram, what will it give you?
If 1,000 micrograms.
If you convert 300 microgram to milligram, what's the answer? Fast. I told you that 1,000 microgram is what? 1 milligram, right? So convert 300 milligram to milligram. It's not true.
1,000 micrograms.
It's 1 milligram.
Then 300 micrograms.
Is what?
X.
Yes, do it now.
Multiply.
Now tell me the answer now.
300 divided
0.3 milligram, God bless you. 0.3 what? Milligram, okay? So if you move this to milligram, it becomes what? 0.3 milligram. But we are preparing, how many powders do you want to prepare?
4.
How many? The amount of ingredients we are calculating is for how many powders?
5.
5 powders, right?
Yeah.
So that means the 5 powder total will contain how many milligram of hydrogen now? If one powder should contain 0.3 milligram,
1.5.
you are lost, right?
Yes.
Chai. Okay. Remember, we are diluting this thing. We have done the first dilution. Okay? We've done the what? First dilution. We want to check whether this thing will give us what we are looking for. That's why we stop for now. But if you check and it gives us what we are looking for, we'll stop here and do our what?
Calculation.
Formulation. Okay? We'll start compounding. But we want to know the 5 powders. What is the amount of hydrogen will they contain? The 5 powders total. So what the amount of hydrogen will the 5 powders contain? We have converted this to what?
0.5 milligrams. 0.3 milligrams.
0.3 milligrams. So for 5 powders, how many milligrams?
1.5.
Because 0.3 milligram times 5 is 4. So the entire 5 powders, will contain what?
1.5 isohydrobromate.
1.5 milligram of what? Hydrogen hydrobromide. So that's so now look up. If you look at this place now, this thing is 10 milligram. Is far still less than what we got. True of us?
Yes.
True of us?
Yes.
Because it's still less than what we got, we'll do another what? Dilution. We'll do another what?
Dilution.
Now, this is the first dilution. We'll do the second dilution. We'll do the second what? Dilution. Can I clean this one?
No.
Okay, you're not write it down, please, so that I can, because it seems I am moving away from the frame of our lectures. Okay, I'm still on the screen, on the frame. Alright, so let me do it here. I thought I've moved from the frame. The second what? Dilution. So let's do the second what? Dilution. Now, from here, we also dilute this one further. Yes. We dilute this one again what? Further. This is we take from here. This 100 now, here. Remember that this one contains 10 milligram of what? Hydrogen and 90 milligram of what? Right? Now, so what we do is this. We can now, if we dilute this one again further, see what we'll get. You take 100 milligram of this, 100 milligram of this, and add what? 900 milligram of what? Lactose. To give us what?
1,000
milligram of the lactose and the what? Now, but this is different now. Inside this 1,000 milligram, remember that inside this 100 milligram, we have what? 10 milligram of what? And 90 milligram of what? Lactose. True or false? True or false? What does this imply? What this implies that inside this mixture now, I want someone that thinks smart. Someone should tell me the amount of lactose and the amount of hydroxide hydrobromide inside this 1,000 milligram.
Lactose,
990 lactose, right? Yes. God bless you. So lactose is what? 990 milligram. What of 10? It's 10, right? The hydroxide is to what? 10, right? 10 milligram. These are what is found inside this 1,000. So from this 1,000, you can now take any amount that will give you what you're looking for. Can someone tell me the amount we can take here that will contain 1.5 milligrams of hydroxide? I want someone else. No, it's simple. Do it. It's simple. It's not hard. If you're following what we're doing here, it's simple. Can someone tell me the amount of this thing that will take that will contain 1.5 milligram of hydroxide hydrobromide? It's simple. It's not difficult. Don't be afraid. Give it a try. It's simple. It's not hard.
Can you pass?
I say if you tell me. Now. 10. I say if you tell me the amount of this you will take that will contain 1.5 milligram of hydroxide. That's the question. It's simple. It's what? No. It's very simple. Okay, let me make it easier for you. If you take 100 milligrams from this, what will it contain? Hydroxide.
Okay.
If you take 100 milligrams from this one, what the amount of hydrobromide will it contain? 1 milligram. Is that true? So tell me now, what the amount to take that contain 1.5 milligram? 150. Go, clap for her, please. Clap for her. It's 150. Simple. Once you take 150 milligram of this, once you take 150 from here, once you take 150 from here, this 150 you take from here will contain 1.5 milligram of what? Hydroxide. Hydroxide, hydrobromide, and do the subtraction. This should be 140 what? Just subtract this from this. You get lactose. Subtract it, you get lactose. 148.5 what? 148.5 what? Milligram of lactose. Now, this second, remember how we arrived here. Watch out. We did this thing. We look at this. We say we are going to calculate for 4 hot powders. Prepare 4 powders. We say we need overage, right? Yes. So at the end we get the amount we're looking for. We now say okay. Because of this, what we'll do is let's add extra powder. So that means we are calculating for what? 5 powders. So the 5 powder will contain how many? We move this microgram to what? Milligram, right?
Yes.
And got what? 0.3 milligram. We now check how many milligram that will be in that.
5.
And we got what? 1.5 milligram. 0.3 milligram times 5, right?
Yes.
So the entire 5 powders, there's something I want to tell you. If you are going to prepare, let's say, prepare 20 powders, you don't go and mix for 1 powder, prepare it and keep, and go back again. And mix for. If you are told to prepare soup for 20 people, for 10 people in your family, will you go and prepare for your father separately? Prepare for your mother separately. Then after prepare, you serve her and go back to the kitchen. Get all the ingredient again and prepare for your mother. You check the number you are in family, right? If it is rice you want to cook, it's okay. Okay, it's too much. He may eat more than 2 cups or 1 cup. You say okay, 1 cup. Chili cannot finish half cup. Okay, you now add chili 1.5 cup, right? It's Emma can eat. 2 cups is not enough. You add a spoon, you become what? 3.5 cup. This is how you check how they eat, right? Maybe at the end you get 20 cups of rice. True of us, you then go and prepare 20 cups of rice. Will you go and prepare 2 cups for Emma and go back and prepare 1 cup for Chen? No. That's what we are doing here. That's what we calculated the amount of the hyacinth that will be in what? The entire 5 powders. If 1 powder will contain 0.3 milligram of hyacinth, therefore the entire 5 powder will contain what? 0.3 times 5, which is 1.5. So that's how we got this 1.5 milligram. And we now check that this 1.5 milligram is far below the least weight, which is 100 milligram. What do we now do? We need to dilute. That's why we weigh the amount that can be weighed. We say, okay, let's weigh 100 milligram using that class B, which is 100 milligram, right? That way we started the dilution. We did the first dilution. We add lactose, which is the diluent. I said the best is always good to do 1 in 10 the dilution. That's why we did 1 in 10. 100 to 1,000 is 1 in 10. True of us. So that's why we subtracted 100 from 1,000 to know the amount of diluent to add. True of us. That's why we got 1,000. From that 1,000 again, we weigh out the least weight you can weigh, which is still what? 100, right? We weigh out 100. And will you agree with me here that 100 contains 10 milligram of what? Hyacinth and 90 milligram of what? Lactose. We stopped and checked here and see how it's still what? Low. We will now move to the second level. Had it been here is 10 milligram, we stop. But it's still low. So we now move to the second dilution. So the second dilution we did there was that we took that 100 milligram, which contains 10 milligram of what? Hyacinth bromide and 90 milligram of lactose. We do another 10, 1 in 10 again. We added 900 milligram of what? Lactose. And I ask you here, you agree with me, that this 100 milligram contains 10 milligram of what? Hyacinth and 90 milligram of what? When we added 900 milligram, you also agree with me that this water that produced here, mixture produced here, contains only what? 10 milligram of what? Hyacinth and what? 900 milligram of what? Lactose. That's where we stop, right? We now say, okay, we now want to know the amount we take from this 1,000 that will contain 1.5. At this point, you became confused. I helped you and I told you. Now, I ask a question. If you take 100 milligram here, if 1,000 milligram of the mixture contains 10 milligram of what? Hyacinth. If you take 100 milligram, how many milligram of hyacinth will contain? 1 milligram. But our target is what? 1.5. So 100 milligram will contain 1.5. 1.5. So if you take this then the clip of tea will contain 1.5 milligram of what? Hyacinth. Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? Yes. Good. Now, remember our target. Our target is to produce 4 powders, right? Yeah. 4 powders that will do what? 4 powders that will contain 1.5 milligram of what? Sorry, 300 milligram of what? Hyacinth. Now, we have got to a junction now.
That's 300. Is it milligram? Say
what? Sorry. How do I do what?
How do you reduce this?
Yeah. But I thought I wrote that 1 microgram here. But did I write it here? This is simple calculation now. If 100 milligram is 100 microgram is 1 milligram. 300 microgram will now be what? X. You do your own calculation now. Find X. Oh yeah, find X. Oh yeah, find X. Find X for us. Oh yeah. X is what? Tell us. Tell us how you get X. Oh yeah. 100 microgram is 1 milligram 300 microgram is how many? Is X. So you find X for us. See. Tell us how you got X. Explain to us. Let's start from there. So we know where the issue is coming from. True of us. It's always good to know where the issue is coming from so you can help. Huh? You cannot see it. Okay, I'm off the frame. Am I on the frame, right? God bless you. You now be my frame listed now. Okay? Alright, No, I'm asking. Get in and out. Answer us now. This is the problem. Hello? The issue is not the calculation. The issue is cross multiplication. That's where the issue comes. So now I know the issue. Let me help you. Now listen, look up. If you have, hello? What if 1,000 is it is already established that 1,000 microgram is equal to 1 in metric system, okay? No one will see do metric system here. This is let me not go there. But we'll see do it in farm card, okay? But by now, we should know this by now. That 1,000 microgram is what? 1 milligram. So if you have 1,000 microgram, it's equal to what? 1 milligram. So if you now want to convert 300 microgram to milligram, what are you going to do? Therefore, 300 microgram is now equal to what? X, right? So X is now equal to what? 300 microgram times what? Over what?
1,000 microgram.
100 microgram. So microgram will do what?
Cancel the microgram.
This 20 will cancel this 20. 3 over 10 is what? 0.3. So that's how it's 0.3 milligram. You see okay now? Are you good now? So that's why we are here. We are here so that we can be good. Now listen. So see where am I still on the frame? I've done the frame. But you see, it's on the frame. Huh? This side. Okay. So where am I off the frame? Anyway, let's continue. All right now. Okay, so see where we stopped. Let's continue, please, before we are ruthlessly interrupted. Now, we have established that 1 milligram will contain what? How to get it? How to get it?
How will you know that the first direction is that the convention is 1? If you take out one
You say what? How do you know what? How I got 150? I say something here. You repeat it for a second time. You see, don't grab it. Shall I go back again? Wow. So tell me what to do now. Oh yeah, do the calculation we did here. Oh yeah, do it now. Oh yeah, do exactly what I did here now with that. Oh yeah, you are saying the same issue. Oh yeah, do it now. Yeah, do it now. If 100 milligram, if 100 milligram contains 1 milligram, so how many will contain 1.5 milligram? Do it now. Also, wait, allow. If 100 milligram contains 1 milligram, so what will contain 1.5 milligram? It's the same multiplication. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay. Huh? It's 1 milligram. Do it. that one is a different. She has a different question. Her question is different. Hello. She asked him. What's the answer? Yeah, have you done it? Hello? Now, let's continue. Now, see, we're not through. I check. We're not through. Hello? This is a class, okay? This is a class. I will employ everything necessary to break it down. Okay? So it's not for one question, okay? Are we together? It's not about one question. If I do it sharply like that and get my answer, you'll be confused. So we'll take it step by step. Remember what we want to achieve. Hello, are we together?
Yes.
Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Now, remember what we want to achieve. We want to achieve for what? 5 powder. And 1 powder. But you now understand dilution first. This is the main thing first. Do you understand the dilution now?
Yes.
What's confusing about dilution? Tell me the conclusion about the dilution. Hello? Tell me the issue with dilution if you don't understand. Tell me. So they ask.
Sir,
Yeah.
since you moved 100 from 1,000, why did you get 100? Since you went from 1,000.
You say what?
Sir, this,
Wait, someone is, please, this is not good. Listen to me, please. Yeah?
sir, that's 1,000.
Here.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So you're going to move 100 from the 1,000.
Okay.
So why is it now 100 here? Why is it not 10?
Here.
No, 10.
Here.
Yes.
No, you are dividing. I see from here. Listen, you win. First of all, you win. I don't like this. This is so wrong. This is very, very wrong. It's very wrong. You're complaining you don't understand this clearly, and yes, I'm trying to explain what you are making known. It's very wrong. It's not good at all. Now, you weigh 100 milligrams, right, of hyosin. Remember the reason why we weigh 100 milligrams is because we cannot weigh this one directly, right? We can weigh the amount we can weigh, right? And that amount we can weigh is what? 100 milligrams. That's why we weigh what? 100 milligrams, right? Good. This 100 milligrams we weigh now is only hyosin. We need to dilute it. I said we are doing 1 in 10. 10-fold dilution. 10 times, 10-fold. If you want to do 10 times dilution, that means you have to increase this quantity by 10. That's the meaning. That is 10-fold or 1 in 10 dilution. You increase the quantity by 10. And how do you increase the quantity by 10? If you increase the quantity by 10, it becomes 1,000. What are you going to use to increase that quantity? A diluent. So what is the amount of diluent that will add to make it 1,000? So you have increased the quantity and reduced the concentration. Am I completing? So what is inside this 1,000 now? What you have inside this 1,000 is what? 100 milligrams of what? 100 milligrams of what? If you mix properly, if you take 100 milligrams from this, remember it's in the water, right?
Yes.
You weigh that. If you weigh out 100 milligrams from it, that 100 milligrams you weigh out. What is inside? What is inside 100 milligrams? Tell me. What do you think should be inside that 100 milligrams you weigh out?
10
No,
10 milligrams of this hydro, something. 90
milligrams.
90 milligrams of lactose.
Do you not understand how we got this?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
That's what we did. That's the first dilution we did. We now check whether it has given you to give us what we're looking for. it not give us what they're looking for. In fact, sir, my first target is for you to understand dilution first. If you understand this, that this is the main thing. If you understand it, we can now go into preparation. All this I'm doing on the board here is to understand dilution. Do you not understand what we mean by tenfold dilution?
Yes.
1 in 10 now. This is the first one, right?
Yes.
You check whether it will give what I'm looking for. If it failed to give you, you continue dilution. That will we move to what? Second dilution. And it's not this one you start again. You continue from where you stopped. You take the one you need, okay? The one you have produced. This 100 milligram contains 10 milligram of what?
IOC.
And what?
90 milligram of lactose.
You continue your second tenfold dilution. This is second tenfold dilution. That's why, watch out now. 100, check the two of them. 100 milligram here, 100 milligram here. Listen. 100 milligram here contains 100 milligram of what? But 1,000 ever contains what? It has gone down. True of us, you have diluted it. It has gone down. The same thing here. 100 milligram here contains what? 100 milligram here contains what? 1 milligram, right? It has gone down. That's what is called dilution. If you understand dilution, you are good to go. In fact, you are good to go. You don't have any issue again. And everything I'm going to do now is built on this dilution. That's why I just use this 1.5 to show you something. This is not the final bus stop. Am I convinced? I want to confirm and be sure that you grab this point. Who doesn't understand, or who is finding to understand? Because I'm going into the recalculation because I'm going to clean this in now and do recalculation now. Who did not understand this? Tell me where you missed out so that I can explain it once and for all. If you keep quiet, that means all of you understood it. If there's a step of dilution you don't understand, please. Not those that came late to be on your own because you're not serious. If you were here for the beginning of this lecture, I'm talking to you. I don't tolerate late coming or leaving my class up and down, jumping up and down. If you left my class, I will not answer you. Let it be a lesson to you, okay?
Okay, sir.
I mean those that have been here we said this class. And you are sitting down here putting effort to understand this. These are the people I'm talking to. Okay?
This 1.5 milligram, you know, we change it to 150 milligram.
See, this thing is not likely to do for now. I just wanted to, I used it to check something. But just ask a question.
Imagine if we had 7.5.
We are here.
Yeah.
Okay?
This is times it by 100.
Good. She asked a very intelligent question. This is the question I wanted to ask you. She's trying to test something. Good. Now, watch out. Watch out. She asked what if what you say is 7.5 million. What are you going to do? Is that a question? Now, let's come here. We established here that in this 1,000 milligram, right? Inside this 1,000 milligram, we have what? 10 milligram of what? IOC. And 990 milligram of what? Lactose. Now, tell me, how many milligram will contain 1 milligram? So, if 100 milligram will contain 1 milligram, how many milligram will contain 7.5 milligram? Calculate it now. 7 what? 750 milligram. So just simply weigh 750 from here. It will contain 7.5 milligram. It will contain 7.5 milligram. Simple. If 1,000 milligram contains what? You can even do it straight without even so much talk. If 1,000 milligram contains 10 milligrams. So how many milligrams will contain what? 5x and 10 milligrams. Is something right? Is something. It will be 750. This is what, if you understand this now, if you enter farm card, if you're in the farm card, you just play with it up and down. I told you that I want to record good performance in farm card. That's why I'm taking my time to do this and doing now. If you understand this now, forget it. Farm card is all about this. Proportion. Simple. Pharmaceutical calculation is all about what? Proportion. Setting proportion. Simple. And you are good to go. Ask them. It's all about what? Ask second years or those that are graduated from this school. It's all about what? Proportion. Once you know how to set your proportion properly, you are good to go. Have you noticed that almost 5 questions you ask here boil down to this? The 5 questions you will ask, the confusion you will be trying to clear now, even his own. Immediately I said this, he smiled. Once you understand this, you are good to go. So now, do you now understand what I say dilution of powder? This is what I mean by dilution of powder. Now let us now go into preparation. We are good to go. We are done with this. Let's now go into what? Please, if you are in my class, there are 2 people I don't speak to in my class. If you come into my class, don't ask me questions. I will not reply. I will not respond. If you come into my class, I will not because you're not serious. And if you are serious, if something happened that you are serious, you should notify the lecturer. 2 of us. So you don't just walk in anytime you like and start drawing on back. I won't respond. I will not talk to you. And you'll be confused. Then you are in a class, you are jumping up and down. You go out and come in as you like. Then you come back and say, I will not talk to you. And you are in my class, you are gisting, I'm seeing you. Hey, then after you ask me questions, I will not talk to you. This three category of human being, you are on your own in my class. So before you make noise, make sure that you are sharp and smart, that you don't need to ask me questions. Because I will not answer you. Now, so with this now, I think I cannot comfortably do what I want to do because you now grab what I mean by what dilution. So let me clean up this now. I use as an example. I can now do what I want to do now. Comfortably. Without confidence. Without what? Confidence. Because you now understand what we're talking about. Now let's look at the formula now. Let's look at the formula. Look up. We say here that, sorry. Let me leave the one we need for now. I'll say come to them. Now, we can now, if you look at this now, we are creating for what? 5 powders, right?
Yeah.
Now, and one powder will contain what? 0.3 what? Milligram, right? 0.3 milligram of what? Hyoscine bromide. Good. Now, this is what? 300 microgram is what? 0.3 what? Milligram. This is for 1 powder, right?
Yeah.
Then 5 powders is what? 1,500 what? Microgram, which is what?
1.5.
Good. Now let's take it step by step. Let's go focus on 1 powder now. Look up. Now, we got to this level, right? Where we say that one thousand contain, like 100 milligram here contains what? 10 milligram of what? Hyoscine and 9 milligram of what? Good. Let me keep this in pen, okay? I want to do something now. Just look up. Here is what? 0. What? 3 milligram, right? Good. Now, you want to produce this, if you everything you will be in a particular mortar, right? Then for that mortar now, you can now take the required quantity you need. Remember the minimum that should be in a pepper is what? No, 120 what? Milligram. Remember, the minimum should be what? 120 milligram. Now, so what you will do is this. See what you will do. You also calculate the entire for an entire powder that should be in a. This is only active ingredient, right?
Yes.
1.5 milligram. Only the active what? Ingredients, right? Now, you need to consider what should be in the entire 5. The powder that should be in the entire 5 wraps. What's the amount? At least, the least. Let me come back. Let me repeat my question. This focuses only on the active ingredient, right? Yes. But what you are putting in the wrap is both the active ingredient and lactose, right? Yes. And the least that can be in a wrap, in a powder, is how many milligram? 120. So what is the least that can be in the 5? 600. God bless you. 600. Okay, let me write it in a way you will understand. Okay, one powder will contain what? Can be 300 milligram, 1 gram or 0.3 milligram of what? God bless you. IOC, good. Then the 5 powders, right? Will contain what? 1,500 microgram, right? Yes. Which is what? 1.5 milligram of what? You see what I see now? We are talking about the active ingredient, right? Now, this is for the active ingredient. What of the entire powder? We said for the entire powder in the wrap, the entire powder will have what?
1 gram.
Can I clean here now?
Yes.
Good. So, 1 wrap or powder, anyone, 1 wrap will contain what? 120 what? Milligram, right? Yes. Which is what? HBA and what? True of us? Yes. Good. Therefore, 5 will contain what? 5 times what? 150. Which is what? 600. Of what? And lactose. Good. Good. Now, where? Which one? Sorry, 5. Sorry, it's 5. Sorry, 5. Now, this is where we now do the magic now. I call it magic. Even though it's not magic. In our second, I cleaned the second direction for a purpose. But hope you remember what we got there. Yes, sir. We got that in second direction. We got what? 148 for lactose. We said we diluted 100 milligrams. Okay, let me just write it down, right? Hope you put it down, right? Yes. So we said that 150 milligram contains what? 1.5 plus what? 148 what? Of what? This is what? Lactose, right? Yeah. And this is what? Iosine bromide. Now, iosine, don't mind me, hydrobromide. There's another. Don't mind me, iosine. So too many names there. This is iosine what? Hydrobromide. Iosine hydrobromide. Alright, so now Look up. We have arrived at the point. Watch out. The entire powder will contain. We have the weight of 120 milligram, right? Yes. But for the 5 of them, we have what?
600.
But the active ingredient that should be in the 6 of them is what?
1.5.
1.5, right?
Yes.
But what amount we deliver that 1.5? Of the mix we had before, right?
Yes.
So that means, what it means is this: if you get the powder and do your first dilution, do your second dilution, you simply take 150 milligram from it, right?
Yes.
And add 450 milligram of lactose and get 7. So in preparation, what you simply do is that you have already started. First of all, you weigh 100 milligram of hyoscine alone, right? Good. I am breaking it down now. The process. You weigh 100 milligram of hyoscine alone, right? Then add 9 milligram of lactose, right? And titrate well, right?
Yeah.
To form a complete mix. From there, you take 100 milligram, right? That is first dilution. That 100 milligram you took from there will contain what? 10 milligram of hyoscine and what? 9 milligram of what? Lactose. Now, you got enough, right?
Yeah.
You do second dilution. You get that 100 and add 9 milligram of lactose again, right?
Yes.
And get 1,000 and mix properly. Inside of 1,000, you have what?
10 milligram of hyoscine and 9
milligram of what? Lactose. You mix well. From there, you take 150 milligram, right?
Yes.
That 150 milligram will contain what? 1.5 milligram of what? Hyoscine. And what?
1.5.
But you want the powder should contain 600 milligram for 5 of them.
Yeah.
So what else are you going to add extra? All of lactose.
Yes.
So you add extra amount of lactose. 450 milligrams. So for a powder, for that entire mixture you produce finally, the 5 wraps now will contain, first of all, 150 milligram came from here, right?
Yes.
Plus 450 you added extra lactose, right? True of us?
Yes.
But inside this 150 you have what?
1.5
Of what?
hyoscine.
And what?
148.5
Of what? Lactose. Plus this extra lactose, right?
Yes, sir.
Because, so if you add these 2 lactose again, you get what?
598.5
598 milligram, right?
Yeah.
And what?
1.5
So the entire 600 milligram will contain 1.5 milligram of what? Hyoscine. And 5985.5 milligram of what? Lactose. Have you seen how you succeeded in weighing 1.5 milligram of lactose, which you could not weigh, of this hyoscine, which you could not weigh directly? You have weighed it already. So everything in that mixture, that's 600 milligram now. Everything inside that 600 milligram powder mixture will be inside that 600 milligram. You have 1.5 milligram of what? Hyoscine and 598.5 milligram of what?
lactose.
Now you have prepared them in one pot or in the mortar. What you now do is you start weighing 120 milligram. So if you weigh 120 milligram, you put in a wrap and keep. You weigh another 120 milligram, you put in a wrap and do what? Keep. You now weigh out 4 of them. If you have the one that is remaining will not be up to 120 milligram again. Do you know why?
Yes.
Losses. Have you seen why you don't just make exactly 4? That's why you measure 5. So the one that remaining will not be. It may not even be up to 60 milligram. It will be small. So, but you have succeeded in weighing your what? 4 powders. And inside that 1 powder that is 120 milligram, what's the amount of hyoscine inside that 1 powder? Huh?
5 is part of them. I divide it by 4. I do by 5.
What is the amount inside of that one? Huh? 0.3 milligram, take it, come on her. So that 120 milligram you weigh, how you see inside it is what? 0.3 milligram. Have you not succeeded in producing 4 powder that contain?
300 micrograms.
Have you not succeeded?
You have succeeded.
You package it well and pack. So if your patience is there, you tell the patient how to use them, okay? How to, okay, get it, put it in water, anyhow. Depending on what you want to achieve. Okay? So the first thing now is that we are succeeded in wrapping our what? Powders. 3 of us. So now let's go to the next step. We listed preparation of powder, right? Hello? Shebi, we listed preparation of powder, right?
Yes, sir.
We did calculation, right? Was it okay? Was it not after the calculation that we start weighing, right? This calculation we did here taught us the amount to weigh, 3 of us. That's why I say you can now weigh. What I say you should weigh. This is prescribed. You dilute until you take 150 milligram, right?
Yes, sir.
Then weigh 450 milligram of lactose and do what? Add. Mix properly again and now do what? Weigh out for 120 milligram. Okay? Now, let me now throw more light on the mixing now. Okay? Mixing. How do you now mix? How do you now mix these powders? You use the method we call geometric what? Dilution or doubling up. Can I clean the box now? Can I confidently clean this box? No. Right, fast. So we now go into geometric dilution, mixing. Are you done? I'm blocking it, sorry. So the next step is the mixing, right? Yes. You've done the calculation, you weigh the ingredients, now we have done that, even though we are not doing the practical, but I think it's clear, right? Yes. You can do it in the lab, right? Good. Yes. You can. Yes, you can. You can. You have to do it. You can. Now, so just believe you can. Now, so the mixing, the best way is what we call the geometric what, dilution or what, doubling up. See what we mean by doubling up. In the doubling up method, what you don't just pour the ingredients, you wait, you pour and start mixing. You commit dispensing crime. It's no longer an error, it's a crime. Because people are going to take this what? Medicine. So it's a crime. It's not even an error. Error is mild. It's a crime to humanity. Not to mix well. It's a serious crime. So now what you need to do is this. First of all, start from the ingredients, the smallest ingredient. Okay? No matter the number of ingredients in the formula, it doesn't matter. But here we have only two ingredients, right? Yes. So let's work with 2 of them, right? Yes. And the ingredients are what? And what? Lactose. Iodine, bromide, and what? Yeah. So let me use that first dilution. That first one, that dilution will be that time as an example, okay? where we have 150 milligram of what? Hydrogen and what? Right? Remember, sorry. 9 milligram, sorry. Okay? Hope you know that the doubling of start from the moment. Why I don't use this? Sorry, the brain is fired. Sorry. It's fired, sorry. 100 milligram. You start from the moment you want to mix anything. You don't matter whether you are diluting, it's mixing, okay? So you start from here. What you do here is this. Start from this smallest one, okay? Get 100 milligram of this. Get exactly 100 milligram from here, okay? Get 100. Get, okay? It's by volume, sorry, not by weight. Volume, because you can't weigh it again, okay? You know what that the 100 milligram that you know exactly what it, at least what it, the volume it occupies by half the container you use to you know, or the pepper or whatever. Now, by volume, not by. So by this volume now, you get 100 milligram, the volume by volume. Get exactly the one that have the same volume of like this from here, okay?
Yes, sir.
Then you mix what properly. The same portion, exactly the same volume, the same portion. You know, if you say, you know, this is weight, it can be confusing. You may not just go and start weighing exactly. Now let me go again, from here again. Do you understand? You already weighed out what you're going to use. Take the quantity by volume of this. Take the quantity, the same quantity of this, and mix them first. If you mix them properly, then you check the quantity of what you formed. That last quantity you formed, you take exactly the same quantity from here again and add again and keep mixing. If you mix properly, then you check the one you have, the final quantity, the final volume. You also take the same amount again, the same volume, and put again. You keep mixing. This is what you continue until this one does what? Finishes. This is what you mean by what? Doubling up. So before you will add the volume that is double, that is exactly the same. And if you add it will do what? Double, right? You take another one that is the same volume, keep mixing. If you do it like that properly, you get a uniform what? Mix. That's what we mean by what? Doubling up. But don't mount too much pressure to avoid issues, okay? Just do your normal thing with your pencil and your what? Mortar. Am I communicating? Don't do like this. Do like this. Maintain what? Am I communicating? So this is what we mean by what? So you don't just try this one and pour. That's what, and pour. You commit blunder. So take it step by step. Take the quantity, pour, the smallest one, put. Then take exactly the same quantity, put again, mix properly. Then check the final volume you created. Take exactly the same volume that you created and add again and continue. This is what you keep doing until this one does what? Finishes. You now properly mix it. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
This is what we mean by what. So this is what you, in your first dilution, you do it. When you take this one out again and this is the second dilution, you do the same what is it called again? The same doubling up. Even after taking the 150 and put 450 milligram of what? Lactose. You do it daily. You do the same method again to mix the 150 milligram and the final lactose to get your final 600 what? Milligrams. When you do that, you now weigh your what? 120 milligrams. Okay? And put in the wrap. Okay? This is what we call what? Doubling up. I think I described this in your.
Yes.
I described this in my Christmas. It's also in our handout. In the course material I gave you, right?
Yes.
I described it. I want to describe it again. So if you want to mix, by the second year now you start your practical. If you want to mix, please use. Don't do anyhow. Because divine policy, let's go. No. Calm down. Do it well, okay? Do it as if you are preparing medicine for someone with a patient waiting for you. Have that mindset. Don't just think you are just doing crack and go. No. Have that mindset. You are preparing what somebody will think. Human being like you, that have family, that have children to take care of, will take. Don't do it, then just do, let's go. No. The moment you start having that mindset, you see yourself doing well, performing excellently well, because you take it seriously. Am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
So that's for mixing. Now let's look at. Remember, this is for what? Undivided what? Divided what? For undivided, there's no issue. Once you mix, just weigh and mix properly and dispense. That one has no issue. That one has no much issue. But if you understand this one, you can do bulk for it. But we'll see to talk about it maybe in another class, if you permit me. 4758. If you permit, we'll continue. All right. So now let's look at this. How do you now package this? We are packaging. I hope you know. We have mixed, right?
Yes.
And we are weighed at 120 milligrams. Where do we put it? Do we just keep it anyhow?
No.
That's why it's called divided what? Powder, or individually wrapped powder. Divided or individually what? Wrapped powder. So now how do we now wrap it? So this will now take us to the packaging and the folding of papers, okay? The process, the steps in folding this paper. Now, ideally, the type of paper is not this thing. Even though I'll use this to describe it, but it's not this thing. The type of paper for this is called demi pepper. It's called what? Demi pepper. White glazed pepper called demi pepper, or demi, anyone call it. White glazed. It's white in color. It's white glazed. White glazed pepper called what? Demi pepper. Demi pepper. Ideally, the suitable size is around 100 millimeter times 120 millimeter. 120 millimeter times 100 millimeter. 120 millimeter times what? 100 millimeter. Ideally, it's 120 millimeter times what? 100 millimeter. Ideally, ideal. Hey, I said ideally. Is it double L or single L? Single L. Some say single, some say double. Google it. Ideally. Is it ideally or ideally? Ideally. Alright, so this is the dimension, okay? Ideally, this is the dimension of, hey! Please listen. So, yeah, God bless you.
Thank you.
This is 120 millimeter times what? 100 millimeter. Which of them do you think should be the width and the length? Length times width, right? Is it width times length or length times width? Length is what? 120. Width is what? 100. This is what it should be. This should be the dimension, the suitable side of this thing. So I'll use my metric rule, my ruler, to measure 120 millimeter. I'm preparing I want to package my powder. Even though this is just an A4 paper. But let me just use it. So I'll measure, let me take the dimension. I'll measure 120 millimeter, which is the length, right?
Yeah.
Try. No, let me get the dimension first. Let me get the dimension first. So I'll measure 120 millimeter The length, 120 millimeter. On this scale of cm, how many cm will it be? How many? 120 millimeter is how many centimeter? 120 millimeter is how many centimeter? Hey! 120 millimeter is how many centimeter? God bless you. You go far. It's 12 centimeter. Okay? So hello? This ruler is in centimeter. Okay, so I'll measure 12 what? Centimeter. This is the length, right? Now, the width is 100, which is how many centimeter? 10 centimeters. So I'll measure 10 centimeter. So I will now tear off the paper and bring out the size I want to use. I'll now bring out the size I want to use. I'll have something like this, okay? I'll have something like this, okay? Good. Now let's go through the steps. Then I'll do it practical, okay? Let's go through the steps. Then I'll do it practical. Now, okay. Hello, are we together?
Yes, sir.
Are we together?
Yes.
Are you sure we're together?
Yes.
No, we are not. You are making noise.
Yes, sir.
Now, listen up. This thing is the material I gave you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you look at this now, the first step is to do what? I am the dispenser, right? I am the dispenser. This thing has 4 edges, right?
Yes.
Now, there's an edge. The long edge that is farther away from me is this edge, right?
Yes.
This side is far away from me, right? Now, this edge that is far away from me, I will do what? I will turn it over to 1/7. So I will divide this into 7 equal parts, okay? I didn't say divide, No, I'll calibrate it, just looking at it, or using that to measure it, but you're not dividing it, okay? Now, you turn it over 1/7. 1/7 of it. So if you do something like this, 1/7 should be something around this level. This, okay? Yes. Are you seeing it now? Yes. 1/7 of it, okay? You fold it towards me. 1/7 of the. Are we together? Yes. So this is what I mean by folding it 1/7. If you divide this now, you can get this 7 equal parts. So like this, okay? Good, 1/7. Now, what next step? Tell me.
The powder weighed accurately and placed on the paper.
That 120 milligram. Remember where we stopped, right?
Yeah.
Now, powder will prepare. Remember where we stopped?
Yes.
We stopped at weighing 120 milligram after the 600 milligram, right?
Yes.
So you weigh, with that 120 milligram you weigh, you put it where? Inside here. Hello? You put it where?
Inside.
You drop it inside here, okay? If you drop it, you now do what? So now, it's like this, okay? So you drop it like this. So what is the next step?
The unfolded one edge, then you brought over to the powder to meet the crease of the folded edge.
Good. This is the unfolded end, okay? The powder is here, hope you know.
Yeah.
It's under this fold. This is the unfolded end, right?
Yeah.
You gently bring it close. The crease is inside. This is the crease. Here the crease. Crease is this line here is the crease. You bring the unfolded end to meet the crease. So, but you should overlap the powder. The crease, but under this fold, okay? See it here. The powder is still here. Can you see it? It's like this. It's because I'm describing it now. You do this on a tile. It's because I'm describing. If you're not here, I'll just do my thing on my tile and go my way now. I am explaining something to you. Okay?
Yes,
so
sir.
just understand it. So you put it, this unfolded end should make sure this edge touch the crease inside here,
Yes.
on top of the powder. But this will be the fold will cover it. So this unfolded end we touch the crease, do it until it touches the crease. Then the powder is under, right?
Yes.
But this fold is on top of it.
Yes.
It will flap it, overflap it, it will flap this edge. Then, what is the next thing?
The folded edge, then the folded over. That is
It's okay.
what-
When you are done, you use something, either spatula. Listen carefully. Use either spatula to strengthen this place. Okay? Make it like this to form another crease here. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So my hand is now in the what? Spatula. Have you seen what I've done?
Yes.
So what's next step?
The short edge of the powder packet should be folded over.
The what?
Short edge.
Now, this is short edge. Hope you know. These are the short edge. Now you now fold it over. Fold it like this. See what I'm doing? Fold like this. What next?
Using a powder cradle, if available, so that the flaps are of equal length.
It's okay. It's okay. Now you have folded it. Now you use your spatula again to do what? Strengthen it like this. Okay. You now use what is called what? Cradle, right?
Yeah.
The cradle is something like that looks like this. It's like this. Something like this. Something like this. You know these two they use in olden days. You pack like this. If you put like this, you can sit down. So it's like this. This is the stand. You now place this thing. That's what they mean. You have already it to be half of this. Hope you know. You place it on top, so it will look like this on this thing. This is the cradle. This thing will be so that make sure that this side and this side are equal. From here to here and from here to here are what? Equal. You then fold it. This will help you to fold it. So at the end you have something like this. You fold it, bring it together, bring it here, okay?
Yes.
So that do you know why you use the cradle? To ensure that these two sides are equal. Because if you just use your hand on your own and fold it like this, you will not get it. This side will be longer than this side, okay?
Yes, sir.
So that way you place it so that you can think that this thing are what? Equal. So but let my hand become my what? There's no cradle here. So let me just make my hand. So my hand is now the cradle. So see what you want to use the cradle to do. But before you do it, make sure that there's no powder here. Because it will pour away, okay?
Yes.
You now, this is what my hand is doing what the cradle is supposed to do. I'll measure here. I'm sure that they are the same thing. Let me check well. The powder will not go. Don't worry. So they are equal, right? So I'll make sure that they are what? Equal. And do like this. I have folded the what? The powder like this. Okay? This is what you now use. Package it maybe in tens or whatever and tie it and put in the box or whatever you want to do, however you want to do what, package it. You have packaged powder. Who has seen? It's no longer it's not common now again. It's in powder. Does it? Is it packed like this? It's in powder. Yes, this are it. Forget now. Most of these things are in sachet now. You know, some of these powders are in sachet now. I'm talking about how it used to be there.
Okay.
Now, different companies that started proprietary things and have started packing them only as sachets.
Yeah.
But this is the original individually wrapped powder. So this is how you will now pack it. God bless you. Otangere is a dosage form. It's a powder, even though it is individual, right? But it's for external use, not internal. You are observant. So I have packaged the powder we have produce two. So who want to need this? Come and buy. So we are done with what? Packaging, okay? So in the box now, you can now write whatever direction you want to write on how to use it, and depending on what you are preparing, okay? So basically, this is what you need. So, how do I label? Now, when you go to your practical, learn that one. In as much as I try to make this practical, but I try to also restrain what we are doing, okay? Are we together?
Yes, sir.
You see, but if you understand this, any other thing you are going to do in lab is, okay? Your level depends on what you are preparing. So let's not go there, okay? That one is peculiar to what. This one, most of them appear in the box. Even though you see the wrap, they use tiny listen to write it, but you don't write on this one. It's in the box of what you call, okay?
Yes, sir.
Because even if you want to, you rarely give the patient one to go and. True of us.
Yeah.
So even if you want to give, maybe you rarely do that. Most times, everything is in the box on the jar. Most times. So that's why I say let us not, but just know that you have to do what? Label in your practical compound, okay? Good. Now, so after that now, let's talk about I think I have mentioned the storage here.
No.
Okay, now let's look at the you have packed it in this, right? That's labeled, okay? Now, what type of container do we put it in? So I said that you put it in a paper box. I think I mentioned it here, right? Paper box. It's a box. Paper box. You arrange them like that in the box and cover it, okay? You may have up to me. Now you prepare only 4. You put the 4 inside a box and cover it. Okay? For individual wrapped powder. Now, however, it's preferable to use what? A screw top glass, okay? Or plastic container. We did closures, right?
Yes, sir.
So have you seen why we did closures? So if I say screw top, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
You now enjoy it now, right? You now appreciate it for those that read it. So we use screw what?
Top glass.
Top what?
Glass.
Or plastic what?
Container.
Preferable. But if you don't have them, use paper what? Box. Are you together? Do you know why you use that? Do you know why you use? Good. If you use screw top, air can enter the box easily. Paper box is true of course.
Yes.
But it may not enter the what? Screw. These are containers and closures. By the time I ask you, what type of closure can you use it? You see, you can't work with here. I put it now. Individually wrapped powder can be closed with the following closures. Note these points. Type of container. That's why we did container in your first semester and closures. Type of container for individually wrapped powder is what? If you see options up and down, you become confused. Sometimes the answer will not be there. You become confused. So better ensure you know it well. So that if you don't see the option, you know that this man want to test me. Are we together? Study it well so that if you see the one that has no answer, you say, you just smile. This man is not serious. So just smile and go your way. Are we together? Not calling me, sir. The answer is not here. It's your business. All right, so let's continue. So now that's for what? The container and the closure, right? I've mentioned the container I've mentioned the word closure. Container can be paper box, glass or what? Plastic. Closure is what? Screw what? So now, the next thing, but recently, I think I mentioned it, most of the proprietary individual wrap powder use sachets. I think I mentioned it. You mentioned one, someone said Agnes Mama, right? Now let me know whether you relate what you read in this class with what you see outside. What type of dosage form is Agnes Mama? I know. What's the name of that dosage form? What's the name of it? I know it's solid. I know it's bulk. I know it's divided. What's the name of that? Dentifrice. Thank you. Thank you. Let's continue. Now, so I said, is it in sachets or in wrap? Have you seen why I say that? That proprietary is proprietary, what you know. When you say proprietary, listen carefully. We have been describing extemporaneously prepared one. You wrap. But most proprietary is that they have a company prepared it and pushed to the market. It's proprietary now. So Agnes Mama is not extemporaneous. It's a proprietary what? Preparation. True of us? True. Now, so it's proprietary because he has given it a name. This is our own. This is our company's own. Most of the proprietary ones are in sachets. That's why you see it in sachet. There are other ones. There are granules also in sachet. Andrews river salt. Sachet, right? Yes. Many of them. Name them. Epsom salt in what? Epsom salt is what? No, sorry. Actually, I thought I have saying that here. Oral drip is what? Sachet. Two of us. Is it powder? Is it powder? You now appreciate. So now, as you go out, please listen. Be very, very observant. Be very, very observant. Now it's no longer the way people look at medicine. Look at medicine now. Any medicine you look at, try to look at it. What is the active ingredients? What is the packaging like? What is the dosage form of this drug? What does it contain? What excipient does it contain? Does it have any other excipient that will impact on the flavor, to the taste? These are things you'll be looking at now if you see any medicine. Anywhere you see any medicine, that's what you're looking at. So try to analyze it on your own. And that's how to grow. Are we together? Yes. So I want you to take it seriously now. Now, another point I want to make here is that now, this is for individually wrapped powder, right? Yeah. I think I've mentioned what you need to know about the packaging and the container. Okay? Yes. Now let's look at the storage. Okay? How do you store it? Where do you store it? Where do you store it? Huh? Where?
Cool dry place.
Cool what?
Dry place.
God bless you. Cool what?
Dry place.
Dry place. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Then the shelf life. This is not a proprietary preparation. It's not a prefabricated preparation. It's an extemporaneous preparation. At least the shelf life should be around 2 to what? 4 weeks. Are we together? Yes. Please. It should not be more than 4 weeks, okay? It's not because it's not the way those prefabricated and proprietary, they put other things that are preserved, true of us. But the one you don't put all those things. The patient is supposed to wait for you. He's supposed to be there. You prepare and give. So the highest, in fact, as you know, why you prepare and give the patient, you tell the patient that you should not stay more than. Because some will take today, then at the dog, those that don't like taking drug, they will take today and disappear. after like 1 month, they remember that they see that is coming again. You go back to that same drug again. So what we tell you that this is not like that one, you know, so this one is different. After 4 weeks, do what? Discard. You come and buy another one. Hey. All right, so now, phone guy, phone will touch it. Now, so what direction do we take in white taking this drug, this medicine? What are you going to tell you on the general? Most of them, okay, you just, that one is rough now, just everything what I do what. Some those that can do put it on the bit of the water. Those that can, okay, basically put in water. Now, but when we go into the bulk powder, that one has a different method on its own, okay? But this lecture has come to a very long one. Throw. I want to be sure that there's no stone is left. That's why So in our next class, hello, are we together? Are we together? In our next class, we'll continue from undivided powder, right? How to prepare undivided powder. That's where we'll start in our next class. All right, thank you very much. God bless you.